Hello and welcome to the vlog. Hi, I'm Jim from Whatnot Adventures. I hope you're having a good day. We're having a pretty good day here. It's still overcast and cloudy, and that's okay. We're going to make the best of it. Now we are at the Sumter Veterans Park. I wanted to stop by here and take a look. They've got some really neat things here to honor the men and women who have served our country. So I thought I'd see if you wanted to come along with me, and let's go see what we shall see. So just off from the parking lot, we have this beautiful plaque monument, Sumter's Uncommon Patriotism. And I believe this is a layout of the park. And down here, it lists the various organizations, planning committees, the construction. It looks like it took place in 2019. And down below here, it's hard to read, but it says, dedicated to the brave men and women who served. That's all right. That's pretty nice. So down here to the right, this is one of the reasons why I really wanted to come here, is the Tuskegee Airmen Monument. The legacy and impact of the Tuskegee Airmen is well documented, and the airmen from Sumter and South Carolina elevated that impact on a global scale, even after by playing a significant role in shaping our nation and the generation since. This monument shares their story and the story of so many like them in and around our state. The addition of the Tuskegee Monument in Sumter's Veterans Park makes the park the only Tuskegee dedicated monument in the country that is free and open to the public to offer a full-scale model of a P-51 Mustang Red Tail. Isn't that amazing? Look at that plane. Wow. Tuskegee Airmen. Now, on the website, they're putting another phase in where they're going to have bronze statues of the Tuskegee Airmen and some more information. So this is an ongoing creation. It's just wonderful. This is the front. This is so cool. Here is a list of the local Tuskegee Airmen and their names. The North American P-51 Mustang. The P-51 Mustang was among the best and most well-known fighters used by the AAF during World War II. Possessing excellent range and maneuverability, the P-51 operated primarily as a long-range escort fighter and also as a ground attack fighter bomber. The Mustang served in nearly every combat zone during World War II and was later used in the Korean War. Democracy at home and abroad. The Tuskegee Airmen overcame segregation and prejudice to become one of the most highly respected fighter groups of World War II. Their record proved conclusively that African Americans could fly and maintain sophisticated combat aircraft. The Tuskegee Airmen achievements were instrumental to the Army Air Force's operations in Europe and paved the way for full integration of the U.S. military, setting the stage for a wider civil rights movement in America. That's awesome. And on this side, down here, the Congressional Gold Medal. In 2006, the U.S. Congress voted to award the Tuskegee Airmen a Congressional Gold Medal, the most prestigious award Congress can give to civilians. The award was unveiled before the surviving Tuskegee Airmen on March 29, 2007, at a ceremony in the rotunda of the U.S. Capitol, in recognition of their unique military record, which inspired the revolutionary reform in the armed forces. And up here, in honor of the Tuskegee Airmen, the air and ground crew personnel associated with black flying units of the Army Air Forces, the AAF, during World War II are known as the Tuskegee Airmen. The Tuskegee Airmen included pilots, navigators, bombardiers, supply, maintenance and support staff, instructors, and all the personnel who kept the planes in the air. On 16th of January, 1941, Secretary of the Army Henry L. Stimson authorized the formation of a Black Pursuit Squadron. The 99th Pursuit, later Fighter Squadron, was activated in March 1941 and began training in separate facilities at Tuskegee, Alabama on 19 July 1941. The 99th Squadron was sent to French Morocco in April 1943 and continued combat service from the bases in Tunisia, Sicily, and Italy. In July 1944, the 99th Squadron joined together with three other fighter squadrons, the 100th, the 301st, and the 302nd, and all four squadrons constituted the 332nd Fighter Group, commanded by Colonel and later Lieutenant General Benjamin O. Davis, Jr. Until the end of the war in Europe, it escorted 15th Air Force bombers and made attacks on ground targets from its base in Ramitelli, Italy. And the distinguished unit citations: the 99th Fighter Squadron, June to July 1943 for actions over Sicily. The 99th Fighter Squadron, 12 to 14 May 1944 for actions at Cassino, Italy. The 332nd Fighter Group, 24 March 1945 for a bomber escort mission to Berlin, Germany. That's just wonderful. Oh, man. I'm so glad I got to come here today. Let me try to back up here and get another picture of this plane. So this is the only full-scale model of the P-51 in the country, dedicated to the Tuskegee men, and is free to see. Thank you, men, for your service. Okay, from the Tuskegee Airmen Memorial, we're going to take this path here, walk down here towards the center of the park. Alrighty. We're coming up on the center. And here are the flags in this plaza. We got the American flag, state of South Carolina flag, the POW MIA flag up there, and the various flags of the branches of the services for the military. And at the base of each pole, they have the seals. This is the Department of the Navy, the United States Marine Corps, and their flag. Department of the Navy, United States of America. And their flag. United States Coast Guard. Their flag. Department of the Air Force, United States of America. And their flag. Department of the Army, United States of America. And their flag. And here at the beginning of the plaza, special thanks to the Sumter County Veterans Association for their generosity in maintaining all Veteran Park flags in perpetuity. That's amazing. Very nice indeed. All right. So now we're leaving the center of the park. We're going down here to another monument. And this is known as the Mabry Memorial, and it was founded in September of 1988 to perpetuate the memory and history of Sumter County war dead for the 20th century and to increase patriotism in our community. The park was dedicated on May 28, 1990, in honor of Major General George L. Mabry, Jr. Major General George L. Mabry, Jr., U.S. Army retired and was born September the 14th, 1917, in Statesburg, South Carolina. He was a veteran of the June 6, 1944 D-Day landing on Utah Beach in Normandy. He was presented the Congressional Medal of Honor for bravery above and beyond the call of duty. England also awarded him the Distinguished Service Order. Major General George L. Mabry, Jr. retired from the U.S. Army August of 1975. Well, let's take a closer look at this wonderful memorial. Okay, as we get a little closer to the memorial, here's a plaque listing those committee members and founders for the memorial. And this park was dedicated May 28, 1990, in honor of Major General George L. Mabry, Jr., September the 14th, 1917 to July 13th, 1990. And this plaque has generally the same information that I was saying, reading to you as I was coming up to the memorial, about his Congressional Medal of Honor, and that England also awarded him the Distinguished Service Order. Look there. An eternal flame. It says, in memory of those who paid the supreme sacrifice that we may remain a free people. Amen to that. Korea, 1950 to 1953. And the service members from this area. Persian Gulf War, January 16, 1991 to April 11th, 1991. Operation Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan. World War I, 1917 to 1918. And all those service members. World War II, 1941 to 1945. And all those service members. Wow. Vietnam, 1964 to 1975. And there are benches. The United States Air Force. The United States Marine Corps. The United States Navy. The United States Army. And Old Glory. What a wonderful way Sumter has remembered their service members who gave their service. Some of them gave it all for us to have our freedom today. I certainly respect and am grateful and thankful for their service. I hope you are too. All right, folks, it's your turn, to go out, explore this, that, and the other, the whatnots in your life. And until next time, take care, be safe, bye.